Hello, gorgeous folks. It's Darice at Moon Life Astro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. So grateful for you all, new and returning folks. Thank you for supporting me. And if you can, remember to please like this video and subscribe to the channel. That does support me. I am also offering a December special on general birth chart reading, so you can get half off. And you can see the code below, December ODEC 50. In the comments below to utilize that. I'll be offering that until the end of December. And today, I just want to get into it. We're going to be talking about this week, the main astrology that's happening. At least, well, one of the main signatures this week is that we have Mars retrograde, which began December 6th and it goes until February 23rd. And we're in the last week of the Mercury retrograde, which began in November and will be ending December 15th and went from November 25th through December 15th. And what this energy says to me is, because there's the energy that's mostly dominating a good deal of December, it's to slow down, or how slowing down can be your superpower. It's kind of like that kid's story, the tortoise and the hare, is what I feel like this energy is about. It's all about being slow, steady, methodical. This is not the month to rush, especially with any of your project, your business endeavors, anything new that you're looking to implement. If you can wait to initiate something until at least after February 23rd, that would be ideal. I know that's not always the case, especially with the new year coming up. But, I offer that to you if you are in a position to have some flexibility with it. And let's just get into it. Now, Mercury retrogrades, they're all about communication, technology, travel. So if you still have not made your travel plans for Christmas or Hanukkah, if you do travel for both of those holidays or any other holidays happening around that time, I definitely still recommend refundable tickets. Things will probably still be delayed. We'll still be in the post-shadow period of the Mercury retrograde. So things will be speeding up, communications will be coming a little clearer, but in general, it's just always a good idea to give yourself a little extra time, a little flexibility with your travel plans. And this week in particular, the week of December 9th through December 15th, like I said, that Mercury retrograde is going to be overlapping with Mars. Mars rules action and drive. And in retrograde, it can kind of be like driving with the brakes off, you know. So in a nutshell, the combination of these two energies, on top of the fact that it is the end of the year, it is holiday season, that hustle and bustle vibe is all in the air. People have a lot of social events they're going to, they're trying to wrap up a lot of things during the day. This can be a week where people are more accident prone. So I am encouraging people to slow down. I'm inviting you to take your time, do whatever you need to do to slow down. If you have last minute holiday errands to still do, consider, taking some time off. If you have a day job still, if you can play hooky or get actual official time off, even like half a day, like 4 hours, so that you can run some of those errands with more time, take your time. If you're someone who tends to jaywalk, I was with a friend this weekend and she told me she does that. And I was like, not a good time to do that. I mean, it's never a good time to jaywalk, frankly, but it's an especially bad week for it when Mars and Mercury are both retrograde. When you're crossing the street, don't be talking on your phone. Turn the headset off or take them out, even honestly. Pay attention. People are more checked out this time of year. If you're running around at busy strip malls or shopping centers, be especially careful in the parking lot. When I took a first aid class years ago, that was one of the things I remember the first aid teacher saying, is that a lot of accidents actually happen in the parking lot of busy shopping centers and complexes because people are just not paying attention. They're on their phones, they're texting, so just be extra mindful, be extra cautious, just slow down. All of December, I feel, is inviting us to slow down, be methodical. This is because I was telling my friend, I was like, you know what, if you risk getting into an accident because you are jaywalking and you're on the phone, how much time will you lose as a result of that accident? What if your injury ends up being really serious and, you end up having to not be able to work for weeks or months? It's better to take an extra 2 hours or a half a day to get things done. In the long run, sometimes slowing down can help you save time. So I'm inviting people to look at it from that perspective. Oh, excuse me, I'm a little warm here today. And the other thing is that I wanted to discuss about this with this Mars retrograde and a Mercury retrograde overlapping. At least in terms when it comes to your business, like it could be a good week to just really pause and look at how you're doing things. Mercury is all about our systems, how we process things. And so maybe there are some additional tweaks you can make to your day to day routines or how you do things. For example, if you have an overload of emails, like maybe there's a way to organize your email inbox. Or if you have not experimented with using the folders feature, I know Google has folders and so does Outlook. And they have filters, is I think believe it's how it's used in Google. So you can have certain emails automatically filter so that they automatically go into a set folder ahead of time. You could do that with Outlook as well. And I've done that for myself, and it saves a ton of time just having these systems automatically organize some of the emails that come into your inbox. And it kind of reduces some of that overwhelm that people can have. So this is a good week to play with that sort of thing. See if there's a way to streamline some of those processes to make things easier on yourself. And let me check my notes here real quick. I think there was a couple other things I wanted to dive into with people. Oh, the other option too is, maybe if you can't take a half day off from work, maybe you could just take an hour or two and leave a little early. So again, when you're driving, do not be driving and texting. I always tell people that it's a bad thing. I know several people who do that. It's an awful habit, but it's an especially bad week to be driving and texting. Um, people are checked out. We don't want to risk anyone getting into a car accident. And also, if you are experiencing some of the overwhelm as a result of everything that is happening energetically, things that are happening in the collective, or maybe things are really hectic with your family and your work, this is the time of the year where you can have a lot of emotional demands placed on you as well. So if you are able to maybe even just take a mental health day, set aside some time to just actually completely unwind and relax. Another friend of mine calls it recharging her social battery. And I think that's really key this time of year. So if you have time to do that this week or this coming weekend, I encourage it. It's a good time. This is also a good time to double check your emails, your text, and any agreements. Mercury in retrograde can lead to miscommunications, people not necessarily being on the same page with one another. So continue to double, triple check things before you send them. You never know where you might have a misplaced typo, things like that. And I also just want to encourage people to consider that slowing down does not mean that you are falling behind. So often that is the ethic in our culture. It is okay that you cannot do every single thing every single day. I know our culture rewards people who overdo and overcommit. And, I'm in the camp that that is not necessary, that sometimes less is more. And basically, with that, Mars and Mercury together is a reminder that slowing down can be helpful. Step by step, slow and steady wins the race, just like that story, the tortoise and the hare. You want to just take your time. This is not the time to rush through things. And that comes not only just to your work and your business, but even your personal life. When you're spending time with friends, are you multitasking? Are you still checking those emails from work and the text from Slack while you're at dinner or lunch with your friends and family? If you're able to turn that off, turn that off. Be really present with people. Enjoy this holiday season, enjoy this time of getting together with people, spending time with friends and loved ones. You know, use this time to connect with people to the best of your ability. And again, I am offering half off on general birth chart readings. You can look at the comments below to learn more about that. Please let me know if you found this message helpful. If anything resonated with you, you can just simply put in the comments, slow and steady. If you have any questions as well, feel free to put that in the comments. And if people have other suggestions too on how to slow down, how to be more present during this time, feel free to put that in the comments as well. Again, wishing you all love, peace, and joy. Easefully yours, Darice.